Hey there, Plan Bers. Welcome back to another episode of Plan B Success. Toxic relationships are unfortunately a part of life. It's common to have relationships that feature some toxicity, even if they're not toxic overall. This can be problematic because you may not know when a relationship has crossed the line into something unhealthy and destructive. In order to manage these types of situations effectively, we must first understand what constitutes a toxic relationship in the first place. A toxic relationship is one where one party abuses power over another through manipulation and intimidation. The other person may also feel as though they have no control over their own life due to their partner's behavior or lack thereof. The following are some signs that your relationship could be heading down this path. Toxic relationships are defined by a lack of respect. The first thing to understand about toxic relationships is that they are defined by a lack of respect. In fact, all unhealthy relationships share this common trait. Respect is a foundation of any healthy relationship, and it's important that you understand what respect means in the context of your relationship. If you have ever felt disrespected or disempowered in your relationship with someone else, then there is a good chance that person knows how to manipulate you and control the situation, which is one way people may use their toxicity. What does it mean to be disrespected? Here are some examples. You feel like they don't care about your thoughts or feelings. You question whether they truly love and care for you as much as they say they do. They make decisions without consulting you or asking for your input. They are marked by an extreme power imbalance. There is a key characteristic of toxic relationships that you should look for: an extreme power imbalance. This can be financial, physical, emotional, or mental. It can be one-sided or mutual, and it can be deliberate or accidental. They can be unhealthy in both positive and negative ways. Toxic relationships can be unhealthy in both positive and negative ways. They can be unhealthy in positive ways because they are unhealthy, and they can be unhealthy in negative ways because they are healthy. For example, a toxic relationship with a person who is not your partner could be unhealthy because he or she does not make you happy. But on the other hand, it could also be healthy for your social life if it gives you greater opportunities to meet new people. Toxic relationships are difficult to recognize at first glance because many of them maintain an appearance of healthiness until examined more closely. And even then, it may not always be easy to determine whether something is toxic or not unless we have an outside perspective on the matter, such as from someone else. Toxic relationships feature a lot of jealousy and insecurity. One of the ways that toxic relationships are identified is by how jealous and insecure your partner becomes. Jealousy can be a sign of insecurity, and it can also be a symptom of an unhealthy relationship. Work on your own insecurities before you enter into a serious relationship so that you don't bring them into the equation when choosing who to date. If your partner is jealous of others, either because he or she wants to be with them or for other reasons like not wanting you to succeed or feel good about yourself, then it's probably time to let go and move on. People tend to stay in toxic relationships for many reasons, including to avoid loneliness and because they may not know any better. People tend to stay in toxic relationships for these reasons. You might be staying with someone who's actually hurting you. You may want to believe the best about the person and think that your relationship is okay as it is, but it's still worth considering whether or not you're being treated well by your partner. And if you suspect that this isn't a healthy or safe environment for you, please seek help from a professional counselor or relationship expert. It is important to recognize the symptoms of toxic relationships early on if you want to manage them effectively. Recognizing the symptoms of toxic relationships early on is crucial to managing them effectively. Toxic relationships can be harmful in a number of ways, including mental health. Toxic relationships can make you feel bad about yourself and your self-worth. They could cause you to question whether or not you deserve better treatment than what you're receiving. Physical health. Toxic relationships can cause anxiety, stress, and depression that leads to physical ailments like headaches, insomnia, and back pain. This can also lead to weight gain or loss due to poor eating habits or lack thereof. Career. If a toxic relationship affects your job performance at all, even if it's just mentally, this could result in being fired from a job or losing potential employment opportunities down the road due to having a less than stellar reference from an ex-boss or supervisor. Finances. A toxic relationship may prevent someone from saving money for emergencies because they're spending all of their paychecks on trying to please their partner instead. This can also lead people into financial ruin after getting married because they did not consider how much debt would get transferred over when combining incomes with another person's debt load. Good communication is key. Good communication is key to any relationship, whether it be romantic or otherwise. To ensure a healthy relationship with others, you must communicate clearly and listen carefully to what they say. In addition, if you have something that needs to be said, whether it's an emotion or a request, don't hold back. It's okay to ask for what you need from other people in order for your relationship with them to grow stronger. Finally, remember that emotions can sometimes get the best of us when we are dealing with toxic relationships. Try not to let these negative feelings get under your skin too much before taking action towards changing things for the better. Know your boundaries and stick to them. If you're in a toxic relationship and don't know where to draw the line, ask yourself, is this person hurting me or others? If yes, then starting today, don't let them cross that line. Your boundaries should be a reflection of what matters most to you. They are an expression of who you are and how much value they hold in your life. Being able to recognize and manage toxic relationships is a great life skill. It not only allows you to avoid trouble, but it can help you identify the types of people who are most likely to be a positive influence on your life. When you're in the midst of a toxic relationship, it can be hard to recognize that there's something wrong. However, by observing how your partner acts and reacts over time, certain patterns may become apparent that allow you to see where this person could be harmful for your well-being. If someone has been acting out in ways that suggest they might be toxic for your health or happiness by making unreasonable demands or putting down others, take some time away from them before making up your mind about whether they're worth staying close with. Also, consider asking friends or family members if they have any input on whether someone seems like they'd be a negative influence on their life. These people know more about us than we sometimes realize. Remember, a toxic relationship is not a good one. Even though it may seem like you have everything in common with your partner, remember that this does not mean that the relationship will be healthy or long-lasting. To avoid getting caught up in a toxic relationship, make sure that you're always aware of what's going on around you, especially if other people are telling you that something doesn't feel right. Hey Plan Bers, I hope you liked that episode and took away some lessons from there. Do check out other episodes on planbsuccess.live or go to your favorite podcasting platform, subscribe, leave a review and a comment for Plan B Success as you check out other episodes. And also, check it out on YouTube, Plan B Success on YouTube, and do leave a review, comment, like, share, and spread the word.